Hey yo, what up y'all? Tight Shirt Terry Warfield back for another video. Hope you're having a great day so far. Today's video is inspired by my man Jayhawk. He did a everyday carry loadout type video and I watched it. I'm like, you know what? I want to make my own video like that. So big shout out to my man Jayhawk on the inspiration. Today we're talking about what I carry on a day-to-day basis with me out and about in the streets doing my thing, and it's all right here on the table. Now obviously there are some things missing, you know what I'm saying. My children watch my videos, so some things I wasn't gonna put on YouTube, but just you know the drill. Your boy is protected at all times. But I want to go from left to right and just show y'all what I carry like in a small backpack on a day-to-day basis. So starting out, my utility knife. Now I have had this thing for years. I got this at like a little you know what show for like 40 bucks. And honestly, it's one of those things that you just keep on you at all freaking time, you know, in case you had to cut a box or something like that. You know what I'm saying, right? But I love it. It stays sharp. I've had it for years and, you know, I haven't really had a reason to want to upgrade. As you probably noticed on the table, I like all of my devices dark. Let's move on to the next thing, and that's the key. I took my house keys off because it just didn't look good for the video, but that is my RAM key. Yes, I am a RAM 1500 driver, a proud one at that. I'm a truck dude, always been a truck dude. That's what I drive. Now the next piece of the puzzle is my iPhone 13 Pro. Now some of you may see these other cameras on the table like, why do you have those if you have the awesome cameras on the iPhone 13 Pro? Honestly, although the cameras on this phone are dope, I don't use it for that. I use this as my business device. Honestly, probably the best phone I've ever had. It hasn't given me any trouble whatsoever. The cameras are dope. Yes, they are, but I really use this for productivity and stuff like that. I didn't want to go with the Pro Max, and y'all probably see the French fry grease and all that stuff on here. I should have cleaned it before I made this video. Oh well. But I didn't want to go with the Pro Max just because it's too freaking big and I didn't want to carry around a cookie sheet in my pocket. So graphite color iPhone 13 Pro, freaking love this phone. Moving on to my watch. Now I am a fan of watches. I have a ton of them, but the one I typically grab because I'm always wearing black is my Fossil. Now hopefully y'all can see that from back here. This is my favorite Fossil watch that I own. The reason I love it is because number one is black, number two it has rose color on it, and my ring is also rose color, so the rose and black really looks good. It complements my ring together, and this thing has been rock solid. I've had this watch for probably like 8 years, never changed the band. I'll try to put a link below if I can find it, if they even sell it anymore, but I love my Fossil watch. The next thing that's part of my everyday loadout are my AirPods Pro. Now I have a love-hate relationship with these things. I'm gonna be honest. I love them because of the convenience. Obviously you open them up, boom, they pair with all of your Apple devices. They sound great. The transparency mode is great, but they always freaking dead, y'all. I swear it's like every time I open them, either the left one is dead or the right one is dead. And I follow my bro C-Kid Tech's How to Clean Your AirPods video, which I'm gonna put that video right up there. I've done all of that. I just think mine are temperamental, but I love them. They stay in my pocket and my book bag all the time. Gotta have my AirPods Pro. The next thing, and this is the biggest piece in my everyday loadout, this is my baby right here, and that's the Sony A74 plus Sony 24 to 70 millimeter f2.8 gangsta mode combo. You already know. Now I have been building the A74 playlist. That is right up there, but as you see, it's a big, you know, she's big. You get what I'm saying? It's a big setup, but I prefer to take this setup for a few different reasons. Number one, I have several cameras, right? I prefer to take the A74 because it gives me some of the best of both worlds. It's not the best photo camera, it's not the best video camera, but it does have all of Sony's newest stuff in there, and it gives me a good enough mix of both worlds where I feel like if I need to take a camera that could take some really stunning professional quality work, no matter what it is I'm trying to shoot, the A74 fits that bill when it comes to walking around doing my daily with. Now the reason I prefer to take the 24 to 70 millimeter f2.8 gangster mode is because, in my opinion, for everyday use, when it comes to a zoom, 24 to 70 is one of the most versatile focal lengths, right? I freaking love this lens. It's big, it's heavy, but the image quality is great. I get it, there's alternatives out there, probably better alternatives at this point, some of you may say, but I love this combo. I'm confident anything I need to shoot, I can get it 98% of the time with this setup, you know, whether it's pictures, portraits, whether it's video, B-roll, talk ahead, vlog it. This setup can do it all, so that's why I take this pretty much everywhere. Now I'm gonna skip over to the edge of the table and I'm gonna grab my Rode Wireless Go. This microphone set comes with me everywhere. And again, this is something that is really annoying. I have a love-hate relationship with these because they're always freaking dead. Now I did not upgrade to the second version. These are still the OG Rode Wireless Go's, but I love this little set of microphones. The reason I take these is because I cannot stand carrying microphones. Microphones are the worst. They're oddly shaped. They're hard to fit them in backpacks where you got like the attachments on them. And I just ain't got time for that. So, you know, these you could just clip to a camera, clip one to the shirt, and then get some great quality audio. Plus it gives you room to be creative. You know, I can sit the camera down somewhere, walk over here and still get clean sounding audio and stuff like that. And it's real small. You can deploy them anywhere. I really love these things and I love how versatile and small they are. So moving on from the Rode Wireless Goes, you'll probably see my Sony ZV-1 is on the table. Some of you probably wonder, yo Terry, why do you take the ZV-1 if you got an iPhone 13 Pro right there? If you got a Sony A74 right there? And I kind of covered this already with my ZV-1 versus iPhone comparison. I'll put that up there. But in a nutshell, I prefer the image quality out of the ZV-1. It is not the best camera out there. It is absolutely not without its flaws, right? But the reason I love it is because what most of you do with your iPhone cameras, that's what I do with my ZV-1. This thing is so small, it can fit in a coat pocket. All I do is open it, get my shots, get my photos or whatever, and put it right back. So that is the reason why I said I don't use the cameras on my iPhone, because I much prefer the quality out of the ZV-1. And some of you may argue, yeah, it's best because the iPhone is in your pocket. Yo, I get all that, but I still prefer my ZV-1. Now, the other thing that is not on this table that I do use on a daily basis that I take with me is this little newer tabletop tripod. I think it's newer. Well, whatever the brand is, it's the tabletop tripod that I'm using right now with my Sony A7S III that's filming me. So I take this tripod everywhere as a content creator or influencer, whatever you want to call me. Yo, you know, I got to take pictures and videos of myself all the time to post on my social networks, etc. I find that this tripod is sturdy. I trust it with my cameras. It's good looking. You can extend it. And you know, it's just a solid, well-built tripod. I got this thing for like 40 bucks. There will be links in the description for all of this stuff if I can find it, by the way. Last thing that's on the table is my iPad mini. And I freaking love this thing. I got a love-hate relationship with this too. It seems I have a love-hate relationship with everything, but video on this is right up here. In a nutshell, I love the iPad mini 6 because it fulfills that bigger screen need for me. And this goes back to the iPhone Pro Max. The reason why I didn't go with the Pro Max is because although it's a bigger screen, it doesn't offer me anything extra. It doesn't give me any tablet apps or anything like that. The iPad mini 6 is big enough to where it gives me enough real estate on the screen. Plus I can run more than one application, tablet apps I might add, but it's not too big either. So that's what I really love about it. I take this everywhere. Whenever I'm at basketball games and football games for my kids and stuff like that, I'm whipping this bad boy out because it gives me still a handheld experience, but I could just fit way more on the screen. It's powerful. It does everything I needed to do. And honestly, I put it in this little cheap case off of Amazon, which, you know, it's, in my opinion, better than the Apple one because it does have a spot for you to put the Apple Pencil. It has a clasp on it. And you know, it covers up the Starlight color. I wish I could have got the iPad mini in like a smoked color or black, but it is what it is. So anyways, this is my everyday carry loadout. Some of these things change, obviously. Like I said, I did leave some things off the table. We don't want YouTube demonetizing us and all of that stuff. But this is what I take pretty much on a day-to-day basis. I'm curious to know what y'all think. What do you carry every day? Do you carry any of this similar stuff? Let me know down in the comments. I'm gonna be down there kicking it with y'all. So it's late. I'm about to get out of here. Till next time, peace and chicken grease. I'm out, Terry Warfield. Peace.